Hello, new player. Are you looking to get better at Hulk in Marvel Rivals? Do you struggle to stay alive? Do you keep getting slapped back into Bruce Banner? Do you want to get better at Hulk and become a force of terror on the battlefield? Well, little guy, you came to the right place. In this guide, I'll show you how to beat the ops so hard they won't want to challenge Hulk again. There's a reason he's always banned in competitive. It's because people fear the big, usually green, rage monster.
Primary fire. Hulk's primary fire is him throwing straight hands. It's got decent damage, and it's obviously a melee attack. What it doesn't have is an excuse for you to miss every punch. How it works? No fancy tricks here. You're just slamming the living hell out of the enemies like how football kids beat nerds in every high school movie. If you're missing, you've got no one to blame but yourself. Just point at the ops and punch them. The punches can hit multiple people at once, so use that to your advantage. Tactics. This is your main form of attack. You'll use your punches more than any other ability. Please learn the range of this thing. Don't mindlessly chase after someone while punching the air. Use cases, the bread and butter. You'll use this more than anything else. Poke, harass, distract. If you're not doing any of those, I have to ask, what are you even doing?
Secondary fire, Gamma Burst. Ah, the Gamma Burst. Gamma Burst, my beloved. It's a big clap that Hulk does, releasing a ball of gamma energy wherever you point it. How it works? You aim at wherever the ops are and clap. It does good damage, and coupled with your punches for initiating damage and the radioactive lockdown, which I'll talk about later, can turn the squishier ops into paste. Tactics, just because it has a really good range, don't reserve it just for sniping. Like I said before, it works very well with your other attacks. I tend to use it in all of my combos, or to kill a squishy op who's running away, or to soften a tank. Use cases, the clap, from my experience, isn't that kind of ability where you hold onto it in hopes that you have it when the situation is right, like how you hold onto an alt. When you have it, use it. I'm not saying not to use it the moment you have it. Sometimes it's the right call to not use it. But if you can use it, there's no harm in using it.
Incredible Leap. Hulk can hold the jump button and leap really high and far. How it works, holding the jump button will show an arrow extending from the Hulk. Letting go will propel you further depending on how much you held the button. If you press and hold space right before colliding with the wall, Hulk will grab onto that wall and you can jump off that wall onto wherever you choose. If you time your jump correctly, you can actually grab a flyer like Iron Man out of the air and drag him down to the ground with you. Important side note, go into your settings, select Bruce Banner, and turn off Hold to toggle Incredible Leap. That way, your leap will be charging automatically whenever you press the jump button, so you don't have to hold the jump button and have access to it whenever you do need it. Tactics. This is your main form of mobility. It lets you get in and out of fights really fast. Use cases. Making your way to the front lines or retreating becomes much easier with the leap. It's a fantastic mobility tool that allows Hulk to be one of the most mobile tanks in the game, alongside the likes of Olympic sprinter Captain America.
Left shift, the Gamma Shield. The Gamma Shield is the most valuable part of Hulk's kit. When you activate it, it makes a little gamma bubble around you and whichever teammates are within range. It can block ults like Jeff, Doctor Strange, Namor, and Iron Man, among others. Use it to protect your team, especially your healers, before the ops decide to jump them like kids in the hood. How it works. It's a temporary shield which blocks incoming damage and, like I said, ults. Great for protecting yourself and your teammates. Tactics. When you pop this shield, it's to block big hits, not some stray bullet or random chip damage that's less than a pool noodle. And for the love of God, do not be selfish. I see so many Hulks pop this on themselves, while their Luna is begging for help and jump away as the poor woman gets the Omni-Man beating from Iron Fist. If you keep your supports alive, they'll love you. It's a symbiotic relationship. No Venom, get out of here, this is a Hulk video. And keeping your teammates alive means you have a higher chance of not only winning, but getting that shiny MVP at the end of the round. Use cases. You're in front of your team, you're blocking an incoming ult, you're saving the day. Be the shield, not the annoying guy who blocks a 2 damage attack and only uses it on themselves.
E. Radioactive Lockdown. The radioactive lockdown has Hulk barf out a ball of gamma radiation that paralyzes whichever ops it hits, though sometimes it doesn't work, like if the op has a shield up, and forces them to stop moving. If you can hit a flyer with this, they fall right back down to the earth. If they're flying over a ledge, though, they'll fall into the void, which is honestly so funny to look at. If you punch them or use the clap, the effect will be removed. How it works? Barf at an op, they freeze. Simple. Tactics. There are so many use cases for this that I'll give you one example. Picture this. You and Luna, who's been keeping you alive, are making your way to the front lines. Then you hear Iron Fist's Goofy Og flying towards you. Use the lockdown, freeze this guy, and converge on him. Pop a shield on Luna and beat the living hell out of this man like Mark did the Angstrom. Use cases. Absolutely ruining some poor soul's ult never gets old. Ults like Scarlet Witch, for instance, being the most avoidable ult in the game, can be completely negated by using a lockdown on them. Some ults are immune to CC, like Magneto, who will just suck up the gamma. You can, like I said before, use it to halt attackers or to freeze people who are running away before finishing them off with a clap.
And now for the grand finale. Monster Hulk is just Hulk on steroids. He's big, buff, and looks horrifying depending on the skin you're using. Your clap now has a 1-second cooldown, and your punches are now meaty slaps that juggle enemies. Keep in mind, you do not have the shield now. What you do have is a massive HP. How it works? You press Q and go from buff man to the Left 4 Dead tank. You're slower in this form, but you do a hell of a lot more damage. Your claps hit harder than a slipper from an Asian mother after her son gets a 99 on the test. Monster Hulk also has an ultimate where he grabs some poor soul and discombobulates them by slamming them around like he did Loki. Tactics. This ult is all about game sense. Just because you have massive HP doesn't mean you're invincible. Punisher ults and Star-Lord ults absolutely wreck you, especially if they're able to land the headshot. Please be aware of the enemy team's ults before you activate yours. A good support ult like Sue's or Luna's absolutely negate any damage you could do. But if the other team's ults are used, or if you know they don't have them, go ahead. One more thing, activate this near your team so your supports can heal you. You might be wondering, why? Well, because if you do this near your team, specifically supports, they can heal you up from any damage you may have taken after transforming. Monster Hulk is the biggest target in this game, so activating him near your supports will make sure any damage, high or low, that you took after transforming is negated. Use cases. Good for pushes or to be that one immovable object the enemy team can't get by. Monster Hulk thrives off team fights. With the help of your supports, Monster Hulk can ruin the ops. One more thing, World Breaker, Monster Hulk's ultimate, should be saved till the end of the ult. It does 200 damage, which is good, but it can be easily out-healed. The animation can't be cancelled and it takes up a big chunk of time, so don't use it at the start. You want to be in your big form for as long as you can. Use it at the end. Sometimes you won't even need to use it, and that's okay.
Before we cap off, I'd like to give a few tips for Bruce Banner. Do not be Banner. Upon taking fatal damage on either Hulk or Monster Hulk, you'll turn back into Banner. Hulk, I understand, but how do you lose all of your HP on Monster Hulk? Banner has no real form of surviving. He's a free meal for divers like Spider-Man and Iron Fist. Stay away from the ops as much as possible. That's it. Launch a gamma grenade at your feet to throw yourself away from the ops. It also gives you bonus energy to turn back into Hulk faster. Your gun is pathetic, just spam it in the general direction of your ops while being glued to your healers. Final thoughts. Hulk is, in my heavily biased opinion, the best tank in this game. He's the taciturn terror, the eye of anger, the world breaker. So please, use him correctly. Play smart, take your time, and for the love of all that's big and green, don't be that guy who wastes his kit because you think you're invincible. If you're playing like an idiot, I promise you, your team will notice. Please like and subscribe.